If you've seen the movie Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, you'll recognize these stairs. Which one shall I go for, guys? I'm going to close my eyes and point. I really am. Watch this. Well, hello True Mexico friends. I'm sitting in the gorgeous Chapultepec Park in the heart of Mexico City. In front of me is the lake, absolutely gorgeous, and up there on top of Chapultepec Hill is Chapultepec Castle. And in today's video we're going to climb up the hill, go into the castle and have a look around, and we're also going to get some spectacular views of Mexico City. And Chapultepec Hill is absolutely full of history. Originally it was a sacred hill for the Aztec people. Later on, during Spanish colonization of Mexico, a viceroy from Spain saw the hill and thought, yeah, I'm going to build a nice home up there, which he did. It obviously looked different back then, and it has changed over the years. And over the years, presidents of Mexico have lived here. There was also a time when Napoleon from France was meddling in Mexican affairs and planted a kind of puppet emperor. He lived in there with his empress wife. There was also a time when the US Marines stormed the castle and took it. In more recent times, the film Romeo and Juliet was filmed here, and today it's a national museum for all of us to enjoy. And to the True Mexico subscribers, I will be making a video just in the park showing you around, but this video will just be dedicated to the castle. If you're watching this sometime in the future, perhaps the video already exists. I'll put the link below. So guys, let's make our way to the foot of the hill. I'm not at the foot of the hill, guys, because I've come across a huge gathering of Pokemon Go players. Anyway, let's head over to the castle. No Pokemon Go players up here, just a lot of tourists. So I started down here, and you walk up the road, bring your walking shoes if you want to come here, and you keep climbing all the way to the top. So let's head to the top and get our first views. At the top, too many trees, isn't much of a view just yet. So what we need to do is get our ticket, go through the grandiose gate, other side of the grandiose gate, got my ticket, 65 pesos, which I think is a really good price. And here you can see the main entrance, and the flag there is visible from many parts of Mexico City, especially down Paseo de la Reforma. So let's go to the main entrance. Man, this entrance area looks bigger than my entire Mexico City apartment. If you've seen the movie Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, you'll recognize these stairs. I have no idea if they use these actual stairs because there's quite a few of them all over the castle. I haven't forgotten about the view. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite view in all of Mexico City. Now, this isn't the highest view you're going to find in Mexico City, but it's definitely one of the best, if not the best. In the distance there is Paseo de la Reforma, the main avenue, kind of showpiece avenue of Mexico City. And this avenue was actually built because of the people who were occupying this castle. So Emperor Maximiliano, he was put here by Napoleon during the kind of French intervention of Mexico, and it was his idea to build this avenue modeled on the famous avenues you find in Europe, such as in France. And Chapultepec Castle is also known as the lungs of Mexico City, and looking down below you can totally see why. Look at that. I've read there are a lot of cedar trees down here. We were actually just sitting down there by the White House, So believe it or not, there are hundreds of Pokemon Go players down there. Anyway, check this out. Isn't it beautiful? I absolutely love it, especially the black and white checkered tiles. So let's climb the castle even higher and head towards the palace gardens and the tall knight, which is where the big flag is kept. It's just up here.
That's good.
Second level, guys, in the palace gardens. Absolutely gorgeous gardens. And just behind me is the flag tower, which is also known as the Tall Knight. And Chapultepec Castle sits on Chapultepec Hill, which in English translates to Grasshopper Hill. Not sure why it's called that, but apparently that's what the Aztec or pre-Hispanic people called it. And Chapultepec Castle has over 30 rooms. Obviously in this video I can only give you a glimpse of what it's like. And over in the distance there you can see the corridor, and it has some rooms over there which are very important. For example, the former president's office was there. We were just on the balcony up there, Paseo de la Reforma, with the amazing view. So we've seen kind of this side of the castle. So now let's go and explore on the other side. This is the garden on the west side of the castle. The entrance where I came in is just there. And of course the castle is also a museum. It has displays all about, you know, the history of Mexico, about the Mexican Revolution, about modern Mexico, all that kind of thing. And as I said at the beginning of the video, Chapultepec Castle was taken by US forces in 1847. And at the bottom of the hill, there is a large monument called Niños Héroes, hero children, which again is dedicated to the children who lost their lives. Mexican subscribers, people who know about Mexico, will definitely know about this place, and you've probably been there as well. Okay guys, now let's head to the other side of the garden and check out the view towards the north of the city. Here we go, Chapultepec Park, all the trees, Palanco area, very nice. And there is the lake again, the White House, and probably hundreds of Pokemon players trying to catch Pokemon. Anyway guys, I'm absolutely starving, and down at the bottom there, you just know there's going to be some nice snack food for me. Let's go down there. I wish more places would display their crisps like this. Makes life so much easier. Which one shall I go for, guys? I'm going to close my eyes and point. I really am. Watch this. My eyes are closed. Oh, this one. Cheetos. Got my Cheetos, guys. These are like mega cheesy. And here you can see a bunch of Pokemon Go characters. Okay guys, well I'm going to get myself out of here now. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Really does help the channel spread. And if this is your first time watching the channel, please do subscribe. It'd be great to have you in the True Mexico community. So I'm Paul, this is True Mexico. Hasta luego.